Hog.
Oh, I haven't like posted the schedule for the week. How will people know when their games are now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point. I think if people show up late or don't show up at all, then you're probably at least partly to blame for that.
I also don't know if anything's like working because I haven't seen anybody in chat. Oh, there's Lane.
Lane,
Okay.
we got Lane here to back us up. That's the important thing.
And Lexus. Alright. We're in it. Let's go.
Oh, and I just got a notification. Middle 6 GG went live. Hog.
There we go.
Oh, Majin Bay also went live.
Ooh, that's a tough choice. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like he's playing a fun deck too.
Well, we'll just have to zip through this for you then.
Yeah.
You'll have to put off the Bloodborne too. That's rough.
Yeah. Can we put it at 4x? Do you think we'd be able to cast it at 4x?
No.
No?
But we could. We could try.
I have faith in you. I think that you could do it. I think I'd have trouble keeping up. But fun and original, crazy, innovative jungle pick. Yeah, I can tell you really went outside the box for this one. I don't think I've ever seen that champion jungled before.
I'll turn you up. Are you talking quietly or?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Am I?
No, I mean you kind of were, but like it was fine then.
I moved it closer to my face.
Okay.
If that,
It,
that
it definitely
could be
helped. Yeah.
the difference maker.
Yeah. All right.
I was just shy, actually.
Oh, true.
You know, with Alexis and Lane and chat, I was just feeling a little shy.
I don't blame you there. The dreamy car man and the I don't know what to say about Lane. He's just he's just really cute. I don't know.
What else could be said about Lane?
Yeah, true.
I think you nailed it.
He's a POG streamer now. 6 days in a row.
Is that right?
Yeah. Follow his stream at twitch.tv/liposuctionlane.
Well, now I'm clicking on his name. Gotta go give him a follow. What's he been streaming? The League of Legends?
Yeah, the rank climb.
Ew. I heard that game's not very good.
He's showing himself grinding live on stream.
Alright, I dropped the follow, so.
Alright. You want to look at a draft?
I like that I click halfway into the stream and I see pause 3-3 tilt break and a sad Pikachu on stream. I think that's the content I follow for right there. Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, I'm ready to go over some draft.
All right, let's look at this. Hello. This is week 5 of Legends Esports. My name's Maris, and my co-caster is Aikedo. And today we have Return of the Middle Sticks taking on the Legends Unicorns. Legends Unicorns. I don't know why I had trouble saying that the first time, but yeah. So 4-0 for RotM, 3-1 for the Unicorns. So this is a big matchup considering RotM have only played the bottom teams in their group so far. So picking on bottom feeders so far, and now we'll see if they can match their mettle against one of the top teams in the group.
Drew, you nailed it. You set the stakes there.
I set the stakes. This is the draft for game number 1. What are you feeling about this? I didn't realize how similar Lily and Nico were until I've seen them side by side now. So that's kind of weird. But other than that, yeah.
If you flipped Lilia's portrait, I'm not convinced that they wouldn't be the exact same person.
I mean, that is like one of Nico's abilities, so.
True. In that case, they could be the exact same person. But no, it looks like comfort across the board for the RotM boys. Lexus with the, as he put it, fun, original, crazy, innovative jungle pick, Graves.
That's a lot of adjectives for that pick.
And I think that they're all apt, frankly. The perfect description of Graves in current year. Zaya Rakan, those are champions, huh?
Yeah, they just kind of plop those down, R1, R2. Really feeling comfortable with that duo, I guess.
And Zaya's supposed to be good against Kai'Sa. Oh, yeah, because Kai'Sa can't hop on her.
Yeah.
Because you'll just ult it. But Bard is supposed to be pretty good against Rakan, because if Rakan ever E's to someone, then they both just get stunned. So, you know, a lot of play on both sides, I think. So it'll be an interesting lane to watch.
Alright, so keep an eye on the bottom lane, and we'll take a look at the game.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let me pull it up. Alright, I'm ready when you are.
Okay. Whoa, I just fucked that up. Alright, hold on. Okay. If you're ready, we'll go 3, 2, 1, go. Alright.
Alright, and on the blue side of the rift, loading in wearing the blue health bars, we have the Return of the Middle Six boys, Vivon in the top lane on the Shen, 2004 Lexus GX 470 on the Graves in the jungle, Wing Nation playing Nico mid, and then Boar and Hulk on the Kai'Sa Bard bottom lane.
And on the red side of the rift, wearing the red health bars for game number 1, will be the Legends Unicorns. Focus and Improve in the top lane, playing Camille. Waru in the jungle on Lilia. Saranke? Am I missing a word there?
Serengei.
Serengei.
I mean, it's like the Serengeti, but you know.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, but I don't. Serengei in the mid lane playing Syndra, and then Siggy and Pierceblade in the bottom lane playing Xayah and Rakan.
True.
Wait, there was
And it looks like already for Legends Unicorns, they're not the most standard of spread out starts, kind of stepping up here as if they're going to go for a late invade. So pretty interesting. You know, Lilia oftentimes can have a pretty successful late invade when you go in and take the enemy raise, take the enemy red. And without a ward, it looks like the Round Boys won't know that this has happened yet. So potentially Lexus could be set a little bit behind here with this invade.
Yeah, stealing away the Raptors. It was pretty classic, like right after the champion came out, especially in LPL. There's some really wacky level ones that you could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he didn't even
He just took the
try to do
Raptors?
the,
Alright. He put his
and the
bot lane
bot lane
so
took
far
the wrong
behind.
way.
Alright.
They took the long way around. They didn't even like try and walk back through lane. That's bad. I'm almost certain that the bot lane there missed out on XP. Especially against a lane as aggressive as Hulk and Bora played this season. That's not something you want to do. Lose the level 2 push.
You got
Yeah.
Dono walled? I don't even know what that means. I'm so sorry. Let me look. I heard the notification, but I wasn't looking at it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What is happening in just cast if you would. I'm trying to figure out what happened.
So Lexus took the Gromp and immediately goes to Lilia's red. So Lilia, by not doing
Okay. I see.
Lexus's red
I'll
buff,
just
is
play the
just so
notification
absurdly
again.
behind for no
Uh
reason.
yeah, they're chasing down focus and improve now. Big taunt from Vbon, flash over the wall, but that's not to friendly territory, and the unicorns are going to give up first blood in the top lane. Um, thanks for the donation, Oath. It said past pre-recorded RotM plat, take my energy. So
Yeah?
that's very funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I am confused by the route from Waru there. Again, missing out on Gray's red buff means that she loses her own red buff, and Camille should know. Oh no.
Yeah, Scatter the Weak gonna land board, trying to take it through, but just ticking down. Last tick of Ignite and one auto attack. I saw the pronunciation from Oath trying to help me out, and I'm just Sarangai. I'll buy that. Sarangai
Oh,
with his first kill, but now Waru walks right into Lexus, and as a very much more popular caster than I said, the only counter to Bambi is a shotgun, and there it was. So um, that's a kill for RotM.
that's clever.
Yeah,
Which is that a flowers thing?
yeah, that was flowers
It
during
sounded like
Worlds.
a
Yeah.
flowers thing. Uh, but no, again, off of what should have been a really good invade, Water is just so absurdly far behind now, behind in CS, behind in kill participation, and doesn't have any camps to go clear. You know, Lexus still has a red buff. He's gonna get the refresh on that. Gonna be able to take the Krugs, but Winged might be getting ganked here.
Yeah,
No?
Waru with a little wraparound. Still level 3. Looks for the watch out. Eep ticking down. The passive, it doesn't matter because the blooming burst is enough from Waru. And it's 2-2 in kills, so both junglers getting involved early.
Yeah, Winged was sticking around a little bit, trying to get that shoved all the way under turret, but the timing on it, Waru again, no camps to clear, so has to look for a gank and sort of gets bailed out by being able to pick up that kill mid. So not quite as far behind as otherwise would be. But yeah, first recall for Lexus, we see the pickaxe and the longsword. A little bit of AD goes a long way in the early game on Graves, so you know, gonna be feeling pretty good about himself picking that up.
Yeah, look at this CS lead that Vbon has opened up in the top lane. You know, already out to about a 10 CS advantage, I'm assuming, once Focus picks up the rest of his minions here. And that's pretty impressive in the Shen Camille matchup.
I think at least in the early game, it should be Shen favored. His early trades are very strong and always has the Spirit's Refuge to stop a lot of the damage that Camille would like to trade back. So, you know, Vbon, obviously a Shen veteran, has played this matchup a million times and is obviously doing pretty well in it so far.
Yeah, well, it's about a 300 gold lead early on for Return of the Middle Sticks. No dragon taken yet. Probably we'll see both junglers put a little priority toward that here as they're clearing toward the bottom side of the rift.
Yeah, and it looks like with this shove, Legends Unicorns are going to be the first ones to get the push on and be able to pressure it, but they're just 4-man autoing crap instead of starting it. We'll see if they look to start it. It looks like RotM will get the chance to contest if they want to. They're all in the area.
Yeah, Wing sends his Nico clone in to make sure they're not brush baiting, and now they should definitely know that they're on the flash forward for the Cosmic Binding, not quite going to land the Nico ult, not doing a whole lot. The flash taunt didn't land either, and no CC really available for Return of the Middle Sticks. It looks like Sarangai's on the wrong guy side of the. That was really bad. I'm sorry. Boar got that kill.
That was fantastic. I like the attempt at the pun. Um, but yeah, even with RotM, didn't look like the most coordinated engage in the world. Vbon ended up messing up his taunt flash just a little bit, but either way, able to pick up a kill there, and more importantly, getting the priority on that dragon. You'd be able to pick that one up for free. So pretty good start there. Despite, Unicorns having the angle on it, having the timing on it, just not able to actually get in and get that taken care of. RotM doing a good job pushing them off.
Yeah, and the Stand United picking up a couple of early assists for Vbon feels pretty good. And Bor and Siggy gonna go ahead and just have a straight 1v1, and Siggy says no. There's the big counter to the pre-level 6 Kaisa means that you can kind of lock her down in the feathers, and that's a pretty clean solo kill for Siggy.
Yeah, definitely. Bor didn't end up using either of his summoners, just sort of died there, which not what you want to see in the 1v1, though. Songhai's pretty far up, but there's a few people collapsing. Ooh.
Ooh, the Cosmic Binding not quite able to land there for Hulk. Still maybe looking for the chase. He has the Magical Journey. Bunch of orbs get thrown into Lexus for the speed boost. He's dashing forward, autoed the ward once, but it's not going to matter as Vbon takes the kill with his... I guess that wasn't really his Q. He teleported in and then dashed in and got an auto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Able to last hit it, taking it away from Lexus, scumbag top planer. But yeah, Sarenhai just a little bit too far forward there without the vision to back it up. So, Hulk taking advantage of the time where his AD carry's dead and able to make a play somewhere else. Boar wants to contest this wave, but it's slow pushing into him. He has no reason to contest it. Just wait until Bard gets here. Gonna miss a little bit of CS, but it's better than dying in the 1v2.
Yeah, and he's even. Like, he has the kill compared to the kill that he gave up to Zaya, so everything's going to be feeling fine for him. But yeah, no reason to overforce, especially with this big wave crashing in. Oh, Hulk just took that cannon with the Cosmic Binding.
What a dick.
He just dead-eyed that cannon minion. 72 gold in the pocket of Bard. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And it looked like Waru was gonna look for something down there in the bot lane, but decided better of it. And interestingly, despite, a pretty tragic start, still up 2 camps on Lexus. So doing a pretty good job not falling too far behind, where these trades in the top lane are going so far in Vbon's favor, it's not even funny.
I like that there's been, I think, 3 pauses so far in the game, and we haven't had to sit through any of them. That's really nice.
That's the beauty of casting off a bot.
Yeah, replay casting, OP. Maybe not for, any other reason, but at least there's that going for us, which is nice.
I mean, there's the convenience of it, right?
Yeah.
And the people in the video get to watch it. Watch the casting.
I mean, they could watch the casting
Ooh.
live, but it would be bad. Boar's stuck under tower. The quickening not quite going to land on him. Pierceblade takes a couple of tower shots, but no extra slows from the meeps of Hulk mean that they won't be able to turn that. Meanwhile, Rift Herald just dropped right on the doorstep of Focus and Improve, and he's trying to clear that one out, but his tower's getting pretty low. He's got to play that pretty carefully up in the top lane. And RotM again just cashing in some turret plates for Vbon and weathering the storm in the bottom lane so far.
Yeah, it's a little precarious. There's some low health bars, but it looks like Siggy and Pierceblade not wanting to press their luck too much. Just pick up the turret plate and then looking to reset. So.
Oh, and look at that spike for Vbon and Lexus right now.
Is that a Warmogs?
Yeah, that's a Warmogs.
Do you rush Warmogs now?
Apparently.
You have at least 1100 bonus health. So he currently only has 935 bonus health, so he's not getting the passive on it. Why would you rush Warmogs? What's the math behind it? I wonder.
I don't know. I know that people have been talking about it, especially with Ornn and Shen. I don't know
Does he have to be
exactly
like
why
level
it's good.
12 or something for it to crop?
Is that bonus? I don't think that's bonus health. He buys 2 ruby crystals and then he has enough health. Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad.
Well, you see, he hasn't bought a ruby crystal yet.
Yeah, but
He has the Warmogs.
You buy the Warmogs and then 2 more ruby. That's not a huge investment.
Maybe he thought he was playing Ornn. Ornn can buy it in lane. Shen can't buy it in lane. I feel like Tabai might have been better. But
usually you go Bombies into Warmogs. Why are the 2 people who don't play League casting this game? Anyway, Scatter the Weak not quite going to land.
No, but that doesn't change the fact that he doesn't have a Bombies. Right?
Yeah, but Like, if you have enough for the breakpoint just by the fall, I don't know. Maybe it's good. I didn't see his gold totals or anything. Hulk may be in a little bit of trouble. Lilting Lullaby is available for Waru, but not popping it just yet. Just kind of very tentative in this fight. Now the stun going to land on the Wing Nation. Everybody just hanging out around. Now the teleport coming in from Focus and Improve on the top side. There's the
Oh,
Lilting Lullaby from Waru. This is going to be the go button. The knockup from Rakan going to land. They blow up Lexus to start off the fight. Wing gets a decent ultimate off, but it's just not going to matter as he gets taken down as well. Hulk trying to escape out of the back side of the fight. Vbon at least gets one return kill, but now Boar trying to 1v1 a Camille, and that doesn't usually go particularly well, and it'll be a triple kill at the end of this for Focus and
oh.
Improve. Now Vbon, I don't think he gets out of this one. That'll be the Bud Light Ace for Legends Unicorns at 13 minutes.
You know, if he had 2 ruby crystals instead of 1, I think that he might have been able to do it. No, that was really good engage there from Legends Unicorn. They did a really good job just playing around their poke, and then they end up landing the Swirl Seed onto the necessary targets, get a good ultimate that gets chained with Pierce Blade's ultimate, and it's just really strong engage. Means that they're able to come out on top of a fight despite kind of being down there at the beginning of the fight. You know, they were. It felt like the game was a little bit in RotM's favor, so being able to pick that up
Oh,
is definitely good.
Bardock
Though
going to land
Siggy,
onto Siggy, and he snipes him through with the Cosmic Binding. Siggy uses the ultimate. Oh, he's got the heal. That Ignite doesn't tick him down. He still should be dead at
oh
the end of this
no.
one. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Lexus looking for Sarange, and Winged will auto him down. Lexus takes the kill. Waru and Pierceblade just a little bit too slow. Boar picks up the shutdown in the bottom lane. We didn't get to see that play, but yeah, 2 kills in answer for Return of the Middle Sticks.
Yeah, just when it's looking good for the red side, they immediately give back a couple of kills. Siggy just being a little bit too greedy, sticking around and autoing the turret, gets caught out there. And Vbon and Focus and Improve are duking it
They're
out.
really going for
Ooh.
that. He got his second taunt back up, but the shield from Focus and Improve one more auto from both sides, and it's a
Oh my god.
murder-suicide in the top lane.
So close. You know, you can't help but feel like if he had that Bomby Cinder though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that that would have been the deal breaker. No, it was a really close fight. I wondered though, with this build, with Warmogs, he has enough health right now to proc the passive, which makes me think maybe it'd be better if he takes a big trade and then leaves
Yeah,
and just
Waru
heals.
going in. Lexus is just standing tall in there.
Oh
Oh, didn't
yeah,
quite hit the ultimate. That was a
big boy
lot of
Lexus
burst from
does a
Lexus.
lot of damage. He's had that completed Gale Force for a few minutes, whereas Waru is still on the components for his first Mythic, means that that Graves does a lot of damage, even with the perfect setup from Waru, just not enough to actually take him down.
Oh,
Ooh,
teleport into
teleport
the
coming
bottom
in.
lane. Vbon looking to chase down Siggy and Pierceblade. Gets the knock-up from the Rakan. He's still got the E to dash away. They dodge out the Bard ultimate. This is looking pretty good for Siggy and Pierceblade to get out, but now the taunt lands, and Vbon will confirm the kill.
Yeah, it looked like it was pretty well played there by Siggy and Pierceblade, but unfortunately just too much setup, too much CC from the side of Rada means that they'll eventually be able to chase him down.
Yeah, 9-9, but RotM have had the better run of play other than kind of, throwing in the yield ace around the second dragon. So we'll see if they can iron that one out here in 2 minutes. It's a Cloud Soul this game, so not the most exciting, but the ultimate cooldown reduction will be nice on like Shen and Bard.
Yeah, Shen especially will appreciate that. And looks to improve. Looks like there's more trading here in the top lane, but this time around, Waru's here to break up the fight.
Yeah, Vbon maybe bit off a little more than he can chew. We'll see if Waru can even get some damage down. Now finally does. Not going to use... they use the Hextech Ultimatum, but they don't use the Lilting Lullaby to secure that kill on Vbon. It's a big shutdown going to Waru. And he's actually pretty big right now on the Lilia.
Yeah, definitely. Is able to finish up the Leandries and is well on his way to finishing the Zanyas as well. Just bought 2 of the components right out there. So we'll have that pretty soon. That means that a lot of the damage that we just saw come out of Lexus against Waru is going to be mitigated. You know, probably not going to be one-shotting too many deer for at least a little while. But yeah, Dragon coming up here pretty soon, just a hair under a minute. So that's probably going to be our next objective. Lexus getting the recall off. Keep an eye on his inventory, see how much he's going to be able to buy here. It's 900 gold.
I got a Dirk.
So going towards the collector, I'd assume.
Yeah.
Going to be doing the big damages. Very scary in the next fight.
But yeah, doing that lethality damage. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Lilia has the second Rift Herald. They could maybe drop that in mid and at least try to force RotM to respond. They have a couple plays available to them. Vaughn has the Shen ultimate in his back pocket. Lexus is going to catch Pierce Blade out. The flash forward for the Cosmic Binding isn't going to land, and they're going to sleep Hulk to start off the fight. He gets the Shen ultimate on top, but they'll blow him up before Vaugh's able to join. And now down to Hulk with the dragon spawning in 4 seconds. That should be Legend Unicorns.
Yeah, and that's the same successful setup that they had the last time around, just fishing with the Nico ultimate. This time around, getting onto Hulk. Not the
Wing
most
very
high
low,
priority.
has to pop the Pop Blossom. Getting a little stun, gets autoed down eventually by Sarange. Pierce Blade, very low, but not quite going to burn down. They're going to drop the Rift Herald right in the face of Lexus and Vaughn. Just ignoring this dragon spawn right now to try to shove in Shelly. Or I guess this is Sheila, excuse me.
Yeah, but it looks like they're starting up now. They should be able to pick this up, though.
This
They've
might
taken
be too
long
late,
enough that
yeah.
Hulk is respawned.
Hulk is respawned, Vaughn is here. This could be pretty dangerous. Pierce Blade gets hit by the Void Seeker. Not quite going to be enough damage as he heals back up, but Lexus is into the pit. He steals the dragon. They lose more in the process, but the flash out from Lexus means that they trade 1 for the dragon, unless something else happens here. Waru's going to chase this one forward. That's a little enterprising. He's just going to get shut down by Lexus for his trouble, and you know, sometimes you feed a couple extra kills in. Sarange with a stun. The flash taunt from Vaughn. Is there any follow-up, though? A couple more autos from Vaughn aren't quite going to be there, and the dodge out of the Bard ultimate. Just out of the range of that Tempered Fate is Sarange.
Yeah, and there was a successful play there. For Legends Unicorn, they had the advantage. They should have been able to just pick up the dragon for free, get a reset, spend their money off of the pick, but they just spent so much time messing around mid, started the dragon late, gave Lexus time to get in there, steal it out from under their nose. And then, you know, Waru, of course, going a little bit too deep.
Hulk with the Cosmic Binding there. Again, not much follow-up. Winged finds the snare onto Siggy. He uses all of his abilities to get out of there, but, you know, down flash, down an ult. That's a pretty juicy-looking Xayah now for the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, definitely, especially with how good Hulk's ults have been with this Bard of late. Definitely very scary to be an immobile ADC against that. Definitely something that could be taken advantage of here, but it really feels like, you know, the red side, every time that they get a lead or get an advantage, they just immediately punt it back to RotM. You know, they are getting advantages, they just aren't really capitalizing on them.
Yeah, shout out to James Bond Pierce Blade, Agent 007 there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good shout out.
I appreciate you appreciating my shout out. Thank you.
So, looking at the inventories, Waru was able to finish up the Zanyas, so next time he wants to go a little too ham, has it available to him. Collector, though, finished for Lexus means that he's going to be doing boatloads of damage. Other than that, no one else with the second completed item, closest being Wing Nation and Vaughn, who are well on their way to their second items.
How much damage exactly could you fit into a boat?
An awful lot. I'd imagine it depend on the boat, but I think in general,
they're gonna
probably a lot.
interrupt that really entertaining tangent. Oh my god, that damage from the collateral damage from Lexus. They're gonna get the double kill for Lexus, and Focus and Improve is here trying to finish off Hulk, but he just can't, and he has to flash out. Hulk is still alive. Oh, the swirl seed. Oh no. All right, well, Lexus didn't step in front of the swirl seed, so you know, Waru gets that kill.
Was that Lexus's fault? I don't know, man.
Or maybe Hulk shouldn't have been back. Like, there's a lot of things. Lexus over the wall, gonna get hit by the Lilting Lullaby. Vbon just buying time and space. They might sacrifice the Shen for this, and that looks like what's gonna happen. Oh, actually, Winged is in. He's looking for Siggy, knows he doesn't have a flash, gets the snare. The Ignite is enough to finish him off. This fight is just a mess. Boar turns it back around. The Void Missiles are enough. Waru in stasis. Sarange here to try to collapse, but the stun doesn't land. Lexus trying to chase down Bambi, but not quite gonna find him. The end of the
Oh,
line does a lot of damage. Sarange is out. Boar flashes forward looking for the auto. The Void Missile isn't quite enough for him, and Sarange finishes him off, but Lexus collects Waru on the top side of the fight.
oh, what a clusterfuck is both teams just continually giving kills back and forth. No one can really have, uh, a standout victory here to actually get a lead. It's just punting kills back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, that's a uh, to take stock. RotM's down 2 kills. They're down a tower. They're up a dragon and up 2,000 gold. So this game's just a mess. Dragon's going to spawn here in 45 seconds, and it looks like Hulk and Lexus are going to be able to grab the Scuttle Crab, maybe get a little vision control around the area, and they'll set up, and I don't think the Unicorns can really get in and contest, at least with this initial setup, although Lexus has gone to do his red buff, the Tempered Fate not quite going to land on Siggy as he gets the sidestep. Focus and improve over the wall. Lexus disconnects, and yeah, now we're back.
Yeah, just in time to take red buff away from his AD carry. Looks like the
The
dragon
man's 7 and
setup.
1. That's his.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sorry, to be clear,
Why am I the
it's
Aikato
absolutely
here?
his.
Yeah.
It is his red buff. Unicorns had the pressure, they had the positioning, and they just gave it up to RotM. Oh,
Wing gonna get collapsed on. He gets a lot of shields from the Pot Blossom from the Stand United. Trying to turn, he'll eventually get finished off. It's a double taunt for Vbon as he does finish it on the top side of the fight. Hulk, Lexus, and Boar trying to push in on the bottom side of the fight. Vbon trying to set up for a taunt. Lilting Lullaby still used. He uses the Magical Journey back in, just right in the face of the Unicorns, but 1-for-1 the top laner for a mid laner here in game 1. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, they're going to trade a dragon for mid tower potentially. Vbon looking maybe to defend, but I don't think he can last for too long against all 4, but the Unicorn's going to back out. Just a little damage on that tower, but is RotM still
Arnold's
looking
coming
for it?
up.
Yeah, Boar lands the Void Seeker. The Tempered Fate ulted away by Siggy means that they can't continue that collapse, and RotM now powered up by their second Cloud Dragon will walk in toward that Baron Pit.
And it feels like Team Unicorn just are having trouble really committing to a fight around this dragon. Ooh,
Lullaby going to
oh.
be used onto Lexus, but he's in a pretty safe position. I don't know why we watched Waru take that blast cone. That was kind of interesting, directed camera.
I don't know why Waru ended up popping the ult there. That feels like a pretty massive engage tool. It's just sort of down now for the next minute and a half.
Yeah, it's not the longest cooldown, but it's not super short at this point. Only level 14, and no real CDR to speak of. So
Yeah, but I feel like making a proactive play with it is kind of one of your best chances for getting a fight back into this game. Because right now you're having so much trouble actually committing to a fight that when you're using one of your engage tools just randomly to fight over raids, it just feels like you lose a lot of pressure that you otherwise could be using to try and get back into this game. Because right now, picking out Lexus would be a good thing, but it's just very difficult without the
Boar's
tools.
gonna walk in, tries to steal the crab, but neither side wanting to jump immediately on the other. I like that look from Boar, but a little bit risky potentially. But I like what you said. We've seen the positive fights for Unicorns be when they can kind of interrupt the standoffs that have happened by hitting that Lilting Lullaby onto 2 or 3 people and starting the fight that way. And with that down, yeah, really lacking that. I don't want to say only engage tool, because you have a Rakan. If he can find like a flank, you have a Camille if she can find a flank, but we've seen them go on the Lilia ultimate.
Yeah, definitely. But once again, they have the pressure, they have the vision around it.
Blue buff is also
They're
Lexus's, by the
maintaining
way.
good pressure. He's 714. Take a peek at his inventory. He has the complete Infinity Edge as well. He is going to hit like a
He's
truck.
just going to walk into 2 people, no fear. The Really good ult there from Hulk. They're trying to lock down Waru. He's got the stopwatch available, though. And now the counter engage from the Unicorns, trying to get any CC down, but the kiting away is good from Return to the Middle Sticks. Vbon looking for the counter engage, and none of the CCs just really sticking. Low health bars for Unicorns as they're trying to get out. Does Boar have an inroad there? Does he find the snipe? We're following Waru. I thought he was going to get hit by a Void Seeker and just die or something, but Baron going to be started up
Lexus?
by RTM. He's got to smite the Baron in order to stay healthy. His focus and improve, threatening over the wall, and Return to the Middle Stick's going to have to back away from the Baron now. No Lilting Lullaby, so if you get hit by that Swirl Seed, it's not necessarily death, but now Unicorns returning to the Baron area, and it looks like they're going to be the ones to start it up now.
As you do, but RotM cancels their recalls. They're here to contest this. A bit low on the health bars, but with Unicorns tanking this could be an
Unicorns
opportunity for
tanking
RotM to blow
That's
open.
winged around the side of the pit. The stasis lands onto the Baron in the back. A
Oh,
big Pop Blossom.
my.
That's a huge Nico ult from Wing Nation. Focus and improve on the backside. Gets a shutdown onto Lexus, but falls in the process. The front of that fight, though, for Return of the Middle Sticks, the taunt from Vbon into the Pop Blossom from Wing Nation devastates the Unicorns.
Yeah, just a massive ultimate there, just taking full advantage of the Unicorns who just sort of started the Baron right in front of RotM. RotM doing a good job of just punishing that. Not able to get that much off of it. A little bit of pressure here, maybe a little bit of turret damage. But Dragon spawning in 45 means that they probably will reset immediately after picking up this turret in order to get down there in time. But, you know, coming on top of the fight's the important thing. More than 3k gold lead now in their favor. Definitely feeling pretty good. Boar is behind Waru?
Behind Waru, who just sleeps him. Does he have the watch out? There's the damage, but
Oh.
the Shen ultimate invested to keep him alive. God, that's so much health after they buffed it now.
Vbon cheated. That's not fair. It was an honorable 1v1 and he came in just to ruin it.
Is
Typical top laner.
it honorable if you just put the guy to sleep and then try to punch him?
Well,
him with
she
a stick?
dashed at her with a big shield. Is that honorable? I think that they're evenly honorable. Kais is using like guns and shit. And, you know,
Guns?
the deer is using her stick. Yeah, I feel like it's fair if she puts you to sleep.
Does she have guns? I thought it was like
She
just her
shoots.
hands.
I think it's like bio.
Void energies or some nonsense. I don't know. There's a teleport coming in. That's Sarange. And Unicorn's still on this with the smite from Lexus. The 50-50 is secured. Winged in, finds Siggy with the Pop Blossom. They just are running over the fight. Unicorn's trying to scatter, but there's nowhere to run. A double kill for Lexus, and Pierceblade is the only one who survives.
And once again, Lexus, when he gets in on the dragon, is able to come out on top in the smite fight. Able to pick that up, and then just a massive Bard ultimate setting up the fight for RotM. And Wing Nation, even though he didn't land his Pop Blossom on a lot of people, was able to burn flashes, get people out of there, and create enough space that the side of the Unicorns just couldn't put out damage, couldn't actually come out on top in the team fight. And RotM, if it was close before, it no longer is. Massive gold lead in their favor. They get the Baron buff. They get the Soul as well. And they're sort of poised to take this one down.
Yeah, and what a game thus far from Lexus, though. 9 kills on the Graves. He's stolen 2 dragons. The man's a monster.
Definitely. Doing very well on his innovative pick there.
Yeah, never seen before. So, Baron buff. Reset time for Return of the Middle Sticks. They set up potentially 1-3-1. Lexus is headed to his jungle. Not really sure where he's headed, but rest of Return of the Middle Sticks headed down mid, except Vbon, who's in the bottom lane.
You know, he's waiting for the homies to get back on the map, so he's just being efficient with his time.
Oh, Hulk looking for the Tempered Fate, lands it onto Sarange, gets the Cosmic Binding to follow up as well, and the damage is there from Winged. They find 2 kills. They actually just killed off Rakan in the middle of that. Vbon getting collapsed upon, and he's got nowhere to run, unfortunately. He'll fall. It's a shutdown for Waru, but that means that they're not defending mid currently. And
yeah, it's
see
kind of
what
a
RotM
4
wants
versus
to do.
1.
Oh, Lexus is just right around the corner. Finds Waru, walks right into him. Not quite able to find the Q damage. The ultimate not going to be able to burn him down quite enough, but Waru's very low now. And Return to the Middle Sticks rolls through that inner tower. They're into the inhibitor tower now. And Unicorns can't really defend. This is 3v4, but it's not a contest in terms of the members that they've lost.
And it feels like on that play, they made the right choice to take advantage of the Shen in the side lane. You know, instead of playing away from the global, you try and take advantage of the global itself. No one can help out the Shen. The issue is that the rest of the team was just pushed way too far up mid for no reason. Saranghai just getting caught out by the Bard ult. Ooh. Means that even when you make a play that should get you back in the game, you just end up losing everything for it.
Hulk is so confident on this Bard. He pushes up so far and hits them from angles that they're not really expecting with ults with the Qs. Now kind of backed into a corner though with Waru and Pierce Blade. Maybe bit off a little more than he can chew as I'm hyping him up there. But they've caught Camille on the other side of the fight and Lexus finishes him off. Boar and Wing trying to kite back away, but Lexus is running over the front of the fight. Gets the end of the line for the double kill. And you know, the 1 for 2 thus far, they lose Boar. Oh, the flash forced. There is, actually that wasn't forced, that was Hulk's flash, trying to make that engage, but still they'll grab another inner tower. This Baron buff really paying dividends for Return to the Middle Sticks as they're looking at their second inhibitor turret.
Yeah, definitely taking full advantage of it, pressuring hard. And while they're up in numbers for the next 20 seconds, they have the run of the map. We'll see if they keep pushing in, trying to pressure an end. Ooh.
Ooh, Winged looking for it, hits the Pop Blossom. Not quite able to find the damage, but the shields are enough to keep him alive. Vibun maybe fishing for a taunt as they're onto the Nexus turrets. He has to be careful about how he manages this. Doesn't want to tank up too many shots, and it looks like
A little...
ROTM gonna back off for now.
A
Oh,
bit
the
of a
teleport
precarious
actually.
position.
Focus and Improve looking for that teleport flank off of the respawn. Is he going to pull the trigger on this? He's walking right into 4 people, and he's on wards. I like the look, but it's not going to pay off for the Camille.
Yeah, probably taking the correct choice there to not immediately engage 1v4, but yeah, RotM very controlled on that push there. They didn't try and over push, you know, being conscious of Saranghai and uh, focus and improves death timers means that they push in, get the one Nexus turret, and then get out before uh, Legends Unicorn has a chance to turn it around and get any sort of an advantage for themselves. Elder Dragon, though, spawning in 70 seconds means that there isn't much of a reprieve here for the Unicorns. They need to get out of their base. They need to get some amount of vision down and contest this. Because if you give over the Elder Dragon, the game might as well be over. It's so difficult to fight into it.
Ooh, Pierce Blade walking into Lexus. That's not the person he wants to see in the jungle. I don't know that he particularly wants to see anybody, but that's probably the lowest on the list, honestly.
I'd say that's about right. If you accidentally walk into that Graves, he absolutely will one-shot you. He's a very strong boy at the moment.
Yep, Vibon headed up to the top of the rift. Boar pushing in mid, and the minions will naturally shove in both the mid and the bottom lane right now. So this is going to be a hard contest at the best of times for the Unicorns. Hulk maybe looking for a pick, just kind of getting some poke chip damage in as RotM clears out some more wards. What the fuck, 2 Graves?
True.
The bait bush not working out
Ooh,
immediately.
actually,
This is
Unicorns
kind of a
got
weird
pressure
little
mid.
wraparound. Yeah, Waru gets caught though potentially. Hulk and Boar looking for it. The ultimate going to land onto Siggy as he's not able to respond to it in time, but the sleep only lands onto Hulk. This is kind of a messy fight. Focus and Improve into the backline looking for Lexus. He can't quite find the assassination. Lexus lives, and Focus and Improve is going to fall to Boar. Hulk is kiting back away right to Lexus. He goes through the portal and dies. Oh no. Pierce Blade and Sigi trying to salvage something in this fight, but Sarange is going to get slowed up. Lexus finds a double kill. He's so low at so many points in this fight, but now heals up just incredibly. We're watching Boar clear a ward for some reason, but in comes Return to the Middle Sticks. Yeah, look at the waves coming into the base. One Nexus turret's down. Vibon's going to interrupt the recalls just to rub a little bit more salt into the wound, and Lexus is going to solo kill the Nexus potentially during all of this. He's shooting it. They're looking for the dive. Taunt gonna land, and Sigi will get the kill onto Vibon. The recall on the feathers is enough, and Lexus just kills the Nexus back behind everything else. So game 1 goes to Return to the Middle Sticks.
And that fight was
Yeah,
actually still pretty close. Focus improved, got a good angle onto Lexus, was almost able to take him down, but Lexus escapes away at 1 HP, and it sort of shifts just how far Unicorn's chances of winning that fight. Because we saw on the backside, Lexus was able to take down the deer, was able to take down the Nexus as well. But yeah.
yeah. So RTM up 1-0 on game point, and we'll be right back with game number 2. All right.
All right.
All right. I'm loading stuff. Let's go. Well, so far this is the first stream we haven't dropped frames during,
Hot.
which is surprising because we also have the most people home using the internet, so. All right. You want to look at a draft?
I am prepared to look at a draft.
All right. Let's look at a draft then. Return of the Middle Sticks leads 1-0 on match point, and this is what we wound up with. Shen was the problem, apparently. So Shen was taken off the board, and looks like they tried to pinch Vbon, but he wound up on Chart of the Monolith, so that's pretty much GG, right?
To be fair, Shen was pretty significant there. The big shields were very difficult to deal with for unicorns, as well as, of course, Camille having a lot of trouble in that 1v1 specifically. So I don't hate banning the Shen. But, sometimes you get shit on by Graves, and then you just let him play Graves again. That's an option.
Yeah, and this time with RotM even able to ban the Lilia and Camille, you get Nocturne set. And I don't mind Nocturne, but there's nothing that goes well with Nocturne. Right, you're looking for
there aren't
that
really
big,
any diving buddies or.
yeah. Your dive buddy in quotation marks is either Tristana or Orianna, right?
Yeah.
Like Orianna in terms of you get the ball on you and you get an ultimate on your head, but not like diving with you.
Which, if you're doing that, you're very limited in terms of the range of your Nocturnal, right?
Yeah.
Um, it's not the best ball delivery system in the world, I don't think.
Yeah. Um, well, let's see how the game plays out.
All right, ready when you are.
All right, in three, two, one, go. I mean, the possibility is maybe you could snowball mid with it, I guess. You can just kill Vel'Koz over and over. Would be the thing you can do with Ori
Potentially.
Nocturne. But anyway, on the blue side of the Rift, wearing the blue health bars for game number 2, trying to stay alive in the series is going to be the Legends Unicorns in the top lane. Focus and Improve, playing Set. Waru in the jungle on Nocturne. Sarange in the mid lane, playing Orianna. And Sigi and Pierceblade in the bottom lane on Tristana in Nautilus.
And on the red side, we have ROTM looking to close this one out. Top lane, we have Vbon on the Shard of the Monolith, 2004 Lexus GX470, playing Graves in the jungle. Wing Nation on the Vel'Koz mid. And then Born Hulk with the Ezreal Bard bottom lane.
Ezreal's been really popular recently. Um, I Neither one of us play League, so can't verify necessarily, but apparently Divine Sunder is just the most broken item in the game. And
Yeah, he
Ezreal's
do
good
be
at
doing a
building
lot of
that.
damage with it.
So you can do that, and then you can like build Frozen Heart and shit on him, I guess, and get like really tanky and still do an absurd amount of damage.
Hmm. Which,
Uh,
as we had seen last week with, all the 80 carries building Randuins, it's a way to go, I suppose.
yeah. Oh,
Ooh, already. Wing Nation applying the pressure in the lane, asserting dominance, just shooting a laser straight into Serenhai's face.
yeah.
On
Something
Vbon
I
doing the same top lane. Hog?
something I really like from Winged this season is that this always sounds like Flame when I say it because I pick on him all the time. He's been sticking with a pretty decently defined champion pool, and really like you can see the way that he's perfected some of the champions. Like the Swain and the Vel'Koz have been really
Oh,
nasty every time he's gotten them.
excuse
Boar at
me?
level 1 gonna be taking low. That explosive charge doing a lot of damage as Sigi and Pierceblade scrapping with Boar and Hulk, and they get a little bit better at that trade overall.
Yeah, definitely. It was a very interesting hook there, somehow avoiding Hulk and landing squarely onto Boar. Leads to a good trade there, which means that Siggy and Pierceblade have the push, have the level 2.
Ooh, have the level 2. He levels up W.
Oh!
Oh, is the explosive shot enough? It is. First blood for Sigi in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and really well played there by the bottom lane of the Unicorns. Able to take advantage of the level 2, find the hook once again on the board, and instantly just jump on him. Hulk got a good stun off trying to dissuade the engage, but Siggy able to burn both summoners, get underneath that turret, and take down Boar.
I
Really
was,
well played there.
yeah, I was a little worried they wouldn't have enough damage because Pierce played level W rather than E for the damage. I don't know that it would have mattered like in that split second, but yeah. Anyway, it's first blood for the Unicorns, and they're feeling maybe a little bit better bottom lane, although they had an early advantage bottom lane last game as well, just weren't able to capitalize super well on it. You like your jungle pathing, and we're gonna see maybe a little fight over this scuttle crab. Although Lexus might have snuck into mid lane, gonna hit the smoke cloud onto Sarange and at least force him off of the wave. So they'll see control of that top scuttle and go ahead and grab bottom.
Yeah, and Lexus taking full advantage of it, knowing this top laner doesn't have pressure and that
Ooh,
he's not allowed to contest it.
I don't know
Oh
about that
no.
max range. The fear tether from Waru going to land. They're chasing down Vbon, and the Haymaker from Focus and Improve finds the kill onto Vbon.
And that has to just be great wave control there by Focus and Improve. Was able to crash the wave when his jungler was looking for the crab. And then because it was crashed, it's pushing back into him when he walks up there. And Waru, being aware of that, goes up, takes advantage of it, and takes down Vbon. And so far this game going significantly better for the Unicorns. Able to pick up a kill top, kill bottom. Looking at a lead here, which is pretty good, especially with their team composition very much around this mid-game power spike of the Tristana, of the Nocturne, of the Set even,
Yeah,
trying to blow the game open. So an early lead is definitely good for them.
Yeah, Lex is stealing away a couple jungle camps here on the bottom side, though, trading him with Waru, and that means the V-Bon is 100% weak side this game, and now maybe in a little bit of trouble with Waru collapsing. The Facebreaker pulls V-Bon back in, Waru just hanging out around the island in top lane. He's trying to kite back away. You can see the little mind games headed in, and V-Bon's
Devon
actually going to
cheating.
escape.
He
Oh,
cheated.
that binding. All right, well.
Devon cheated, walking him around the big old rock there. Neither of them had flash, but yeah, Vibon gonna be able to just walk that one out. That's not fair.
Yeah, there's two big old rocks up there. There's no counterplay to that.
True. The
Until
rock isn't allowed to use the rock. That's the conflict of interest. Ooh.
Ooh, that hook not quite going to land there from Pierce Blade, and as a result, actually, Siggy's going to just press forward with that explosive shot on and force Hulkenborg back off of that trade. So early on going pretty well for Siggy and Pierce Blade. Unfortunately for them, they have Tristana, so they're going to shove this wave back into Bourne Hulk, because imagine if they were able to set up a freeze off of that trade.
Yeah, but still a lot of pressure here. They also have an 11 CS lead. Ooh,
Ooh, a lot of
found
damage
the
onto
engage.
Hulk. That AoE going to knock him down as the rocket jump forward from Sigi is good. Sarange looking for Wing Nation over the wall. Lexus quick draws in. Sarange dives underneath the tower. Lexus can't quite finish him off. Waru will take an extra tower shot, but it's another confirmed kill and 4-0 in favor of Unicorns early on.
Yeah, everything seems to be going their way this time around. Had a rough game one, so this time around just able to pick up these kills. The big lead here is in this bottom lane where Siggy now 2-0-0 has a 15 CS lead. I really don't like this dragon because this dragon delays your recall so long that this 15 CS lead, if you just watch it, is going to go down because Tristana's going to have to reset. Oh?
Well, Waru hits level 6 off of the crab. Maybe
She,
looking for that collapse in mid. They're
she
going to
wasted
send just Sigi
35
back.
seconds. She wasted 35 seconds, which means that she just Boar got to get to lane, shove up the wave so that it wasn't going anywhere. Just reset it and then go and spend his money. So now Tristana, instead of being like 1,000 gold ahead, is only a couple hundred gold ahead. It's just kind of disgusting.
I really like watching Set and Malphite just, stare at a minion wave over each other.
Yeah,
This is League
get
of
to
Legends
see
gameplay at
the
its
rock
best.
fight the guy with the rock hard abs.
Yeah.
So Lexus was around there. Focus and improve is kind of low, so they might look for this. There's a Warden Tribrush, so he knows what's going on. He knows he's about to get dove. And it looks like Alexis is going to think better of it and just sort of hop out.
Oh.
Ooh.
Another hook lands onto Boris, trying to get away. That damage, though, is so much. Sigi's still feeling it. You could see maybe wanted to jump back in. But look at just the level advantage right
Oh.
now for Bor. Yeah, that hook just skimmed the back of Bor. Not quite able to rein him in. And they'll live to fight another day underneath this tower. They've given up 2 kills in the lane, but it's only a 7 CS disadvantage, maybe even a little less by the time they pick up this wave. So all things considered, Bor and Hulk hanging in there for the time being. Lexus continuing to farm up, not out to that crazy start like he was last game, but doing all right for himself. We haven't seen Paranoia. And as I say that, he's headed up maybe to top lane to look for that Paranoia, but Waru's been level 6 for a while and has not popped that ultimate.
Yeah, hasn't had a chance of it. And diving the Malphite, probably not the best idea. Oh no, Lexus is here.
Yeah, Pierce Blade taking that bait. They force the flashback away. Lexus looking for it, not quite able to find the damage. Sigi doing a lot so far, and they'll just take down Boar with a buster shot. Hook not quite going to land there from Pierce Blade as Sigi looking for it. The knockup going to land onto Hulk from the Nautilus ultimate. Binding lands
Oh
though
no,
onto
the
Sigi,
stun.
not quite able to turn it back around. But now the teleport from V-Bon. The decision just isn't quite there. V-Bon going forward, the flash Malphite ultimate for this shutdown, and now they'll turn on to Pierce Blade. He'll try to Spider-Man to the wall. Lexus with the combo. He's burning down, and Lexus will finish him off. And the Ezreal ult for good measure.
Yeah, and Siggy and Pierceblade had a massive lead. pressing a bit too far forward, end up playing straight into Lexus's gank. But even then, in the 2v3, we're able to get a kill traded back and just got a little bit too greedy, went a little bit too far forward. Vbon had the teleport to take advantage of it. But yeah, normally you would say to not make plays on the opposite side of the map of your jungler. You know, you are weak side, so usually you don't want to make that play. And, you know, Siggy and Pierce played, it was looking good for a while, you know, so maybe they just stuck around a little bit too long for that play.
Yeah, focus and
Focus and
improve, and
improve.
Waru gonna grab that first turret in top lane. Vbon now forced back underneath his tier 2 with Shelly still threatening. He should be able to take that one down. Hulk is here, maybe looking for it.
Oh,
Shockwave from Sarange, just to look for the disengage. With the pressure still continuing from the Unicorns, Vbon lands the cheese wheel onto Waru. 73 health is focus improved, takes it down, but the life form disintegration ray just zaps down Waru. Bard ultimate gonna land onto Vbon and focus and improve. They're turning onto the set. They'll get the knockup. Do they actually have the damage to finish him off? The ultimate drags Vbon away. They'll eventually take down that kill. Wing Nation gets that shutdown, and RTM gets 2 picks back the other way.
yeah, it's a couple sorely needed kills there as we're closing up the gold lead just a little bit. Still 3,000 though in favor of the Unicorns. And this whole time, Siggy and Pierceblade are just getting so much. Boar is at max range trying to farm, but it's so scary. Yeah, Alexa's going to come down to relieve a little bit of pressure, let Boar farm up a little bit, but Siggy is still very strong. Has the money to finish up his mythic anytime he wants to go home, but in the meantime is still very far ahead stat-wise of Boar. You know, and with a stronger early game champion is definitely positioned to take advantage of it, but Lexus is here.
Yeah, Lexus is here, but so is the Nocturne. Junglers both flying in from opposite sides. Waru very low, and Boar will finish that one off. It shifts forward for the double kill. Teleport channeled by Sarange, looking to make his impact, but he's forced back away as Lexus, Hulk, and Boar are just too strong for them to continue onward.
Feels like the Unicorns were just not on the same page there. As soon as Waru ends up paranoying in, Siggy is rocket jumping away with the Tristana, and that's your main damage right now. If Tristana's not in the fight, you're not winning the fight, and you know, with that uh, you know, not very coordinated fight, means our team gets a shot back into this game, closing the gold lead once again. Now looking at 1.6k in favor of the Unicorns still, but just relieving the pressure and stopping a lot of the power spike is so massive. Ooh,
Ooh, Lifeform Disintegration Ray, not quite enough to finish off Sarange. Hulk trying to buy time for himself with that Tempered Fate and maybe bait the Orianna back in, but Pierceblade finishes off 1 kill. He doesn't want to chase too far for a second one, but they'll grab one back in the mid lane as they take down Hulk.
yeah. It just keeps putting us back here in this top lane that, oh, actually,
Oh, the Facebreaker into the Showstopper. Vbon low, but he's got his ultimate back available. The Smoke Cloud actually helping out quite a bit. It canceled an auto, and Vbon gets the kill.
ooh, you hate to see it. It felt like Focus to Improve wanted to ult
Oh
Vbon
no,
underneath the turret, but just wasn't able to find the right angle, ends up ulting him into the wall instead.
Lexus just
Oh,
walks in and takes that man's Gromp. Nice sidestep there by Sigi. Paranoia popped as he's looking for Vbon in the top lane. But with Lexus here, Vbon, oh, just burns down the last little tick of health. Can Lexus find that kill? It doesn't look like it is. The teleport from Focus and Improve is going to come through.
yeah, not quite going to be able to take it down and trade that kill back. So still the Unicorns finding kills. It's, you know, the third paranoia of the game, second or third, but the first kill with it.
Oh no,
So,
Waru's in
oh
so much
no,
trouble. He's
buddy.
going to fall to Lexus. The blue buff gets taken as well. Sarange can only watch as his pocket gets picked. Now Lexus has to play a little game here. Good auto there from Sarange as he walks into the graves, but that may be not where he wants. Gets pulled in by the Shockwave. Lexus flashes back out the Bard ultimate. Oh, not quite going to land to disengage. Lexus still hanging around, playing with fire. He's feeling it. Hulk is in looking for Sarange, not able to find that Cosmic Binding, and that should be the end of that nonsense.
Yeah, but the big thing there was Lexus finding Waru in his own jungle, very low on HP, and is just able to pick up the free kill there. And this whole time, Wing Nation has just been pushing mid, so quite a bit of damage on this turret, as well as the pressure. Dragon spawning here in 25 seconds means that RotM should have the first step in on it if they want it, just because they have this pressure mid.
Yeah, kind of interesting. Lexus last game went for the Gale Force. This game opting for the Shield Bow. I didn't know if you had any insight into the thought process. What's
I
the
think you go
difference?
Gale for the deer, and I think you go lifesteal so that you don't get one shot.
Okay.
Specifically, I'd imagine against Nocturne, but I don't know. It's a tankier option.
Yeah.
I, who's to say? I'm pretty sure Gale Force is to one shot the deer though.
All right. Well, Cloud Dragon picked up by Return to the Middle Sticks. No contest from Legends Unicorns. You feel like they. This is a really terrible sentence. You feel like they feel like they're really behind. Pierceplate's going to get clipped by the Bard ultimate. Paranoia popped, but no engage coming forward from the Unicorns. Now flying into the back lane, but gets immediately
Ah,
exhausted. The Nocturne ultimate just going to knock him around and up, and they'll continue to chase in. Vivon can take this turret for quite a while if he wants to. Pierceplate is low, but there's no damage forthcoming from Return to the Middle Sticks. So just the pick on the jungler as Sigi grabs the bottom lane turret.
and Waru just jumped in 1 versus 4. Nautilus wasn't in a position to help out, and Oriana ends up just completely whiffing the ult, maybe lost track of the ball, and that's just disaster there for the Unicorns. They were so far ahead. Remember, 3K gold, 5, 6 minutes ago. Now almost dead even, as RotM's been allowed to just get back into this game. Everything going their way in the last few minutes. This Nocturne 1-4-1 has just not had the most success this game.
Yeah, I of those 2 kills he's been a part of, I don't know that any one of them was directly because of a paranoia, right?
What do you mean? He paranoia Malphite top lane and got the
Oh,
solo
okay.
kill.
Sure, sure. All right. Never mind. I'm wrong.
That was the value.
That was the value.
Alexis, there's a
Uh,
lot of people here.
yeah, they're just walking directly into Lexus's jungle, trying to reprise what happened to them, but instead they're going to find a Bard ultimate. Pierce Blade is low, and he's got nowhere to run, trying to hook back in just for a little bit of fun, and cannot do it. Waru, forced to flee, has the spell shield. The Ezreal ult clips through Sigi. Can Vibon find an ultimate? He doesn't actually have it up, so I don't think so. But weirder things have happened in this game, and RTM going to force Unicorns out of their own jungle, and they'll secure that second Herald at the end of the play.
Is Siggy? Oh, I thought he was gonna walk all the way back to his base, the long walk back. But yeah, RTM have upped the tempo a little bit and are actually pressuring the Herald as well. Should be able to pick up Sheila here. And that should give them a shot back at picking up some of these turrets. Right now they're down 1 turret, but they have a lot of pressure they're building up here, so they should be able to pick up something back in their favor. Hulk and Pierceblade
Yeah,
sort of fighting over the vision.
I just think it's weird. Like, given the state of the game, you'd expect ROTMs up like 3 or 4,000 gold, right? The way that Unicorns have just ceded control of things, the way that they can't seem to find an engage or a fight, but it's like a 500 gold advantage. Like, that's very reasonable. The power spikes are relatively comparable right now. It's just been RotM outplaying in some of these fights, finding extra picks.
I think kind of the issue is that a lot of your gold is on your 80 carry if you're the Unicorns, and if you look at Tristana's items, they haven't changed in about 8 minutes. So Tristana probably feels like shit right now, despite being basically even with the Ezreal. It's very difficult to force a play when, your growth has just been uh, completely stunted based on the way that this game's going. Ooh,
Oh,
Focus and
Showstopper from
Improve's looking
Focus and
for it.
Improve, looking for Vbon. He's going to be able to run into the safety of his enemy opponent's jungle, and yeah, little pause there, and everybody will be back in. Infernal Soul this game should be fun. 1 minute to go on the first Infernal Dragon spawn.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep, yep. And you'd imagine that with the way that this game is sort of ramped up here in the last few minutes, the next big fight will probably end up deciding things. And right now, it feels like a lot of the pressure is in RotM's favor. They're the ones that seem to be in the driver's seat right now. They should be the ones to be able to pressure in and get the vision first, though. We'll see what they decide to do. It actually looks like the Unicorns are the ones who, once again, get in first, get the pressure, and then give it up completely.
Yep.
They end up losing mid-prio, which is kind of difficult when you're trying to hold Dragon. But the Orianna ball doing a good job of zoning.
Yeah, Sarange doing a reasonable chunk of damage right now on the Orianna, not to be trifled with, sitting on that Luden's Pulse, or Luden's Tempest. Change it so much, I don't know anymore.
Around level 12, 13 is when Orianna starts doing a lot of damage, multiple points in the W. Oh?
Ooh, good sidestep there by Waru. They pop the Paranoia just probably for the nearsighted effect as Focus and Improve looking for that engage, but he's not able to close the distance. Instead, ults Malphite away from the team. They're looking for the rest of the squishy members on the top side of the fight. Focus and Improve, though, is just completely segmented and has nowhere to go. Eventually, he'll be tracked down. Vbon finishes him off with the cheese wheel. Waru and Pierceblade still hanging around the bottom side, but there's just it doesn't seem like there's any fight really in Unicorns. And now over the wall, Vbon finds the pick. Waru's gonna fall, and so will Pierce. Oh, never mind. The shut down to Sarange. A little bit of damage there from Sarange and Sigi, and they try to turn that one back around. Boar looking for anything that he can. It's 3 versus 3 on the map right now. Boar gets chunked out. Pierceblade is so low, the cheese wheel isn't quite enough, but he'll get finished off by Lexus. And so the Dragon goes to ROTM and 1 extra kill at the end of the fight.
Yeah, and you're just completely right that despite the gold being very even at the beginning of that fight, the Unicorns are acting like they're down 4 or 5k. They're just not even positioning to
Ooh, the
deal
flank
damage.
from
They're
Focus and
seeding
Improve. He
pressure.
teleported back in with the Orianna. They're looking for Vbon, Lexus, and Boar, trying to pick up the stragglers at the end of the fight. They'll finish off Vbon, but they lose set in the process. Sigi and Boar with an auto fight. Boar actually comes out on top, and the shockwave doesn't land. Boar and Lexus live. The collapse from the solo laners from Unicorns does not pay off for them, and RotM says no and shuts the door on any hope of a comeback, I think.
Yeah, it looked like such a good play. The double teleport coming in to pick off the stragglers, and RotM just doing a really good job of fighting together there. They focused up their damage and were able to take them down.
Um,
Can Nocturne
Waru
even 1v1 Bart?
not in any reasonable amount of time, it looks like, is the answer. And with Winged able to collapse, Waru takes that huge chunk. Vbon doesn't hit the ultimate, but it doesn't matter as he ground pounds next to him, and they'll take down the enemy jungler.
Yeah, Nocturne's the type of champion that once you fall behind a little bit, you're kind of just useless. Though, of course, the real secret power of Nocturne isn't actually being useful, it's just ulting so that the enemy AD carry is not allowed to deal damage in team fights. But even then, we saw in the last fight, Waru ends up popping it at the beginning of the fight, and the rest of the team just doesn't take advantage of it. Now Rodham with the pick, starting up the Baron. It's going down fast, so you're able to pick that up with no contest.
Yeah,
Yeah, it just feels like there's no fight in the Unicorn.
it's just fucking gone. And Sarange is, dicking around with Crab in the bottom jungle, and the rest of Unicorns don't want to walk in and look at RotM doing the dragon, even though the health bars weren't the best for him. So they,
Yeah, it feels like they're just waiting around for the game to end at this point. Um, you hate to see it.
yeah, I guess we found out why unicorns are extinct. It's just a man with a shotgun.
Are they
Ran through and
extinct?
killed them all. I mean, they never existed, so in terms of that, I guess yes, but also no, but also yes.
Uh-huh. I feel like that's a definitive no. I feel like extinct implies that they existed at some point.
Yeah,
Much like Saranghai, very much extinct at this point.
yeah. Put him on the endangered species watch list and watch as that goes away.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Oh?
they're looking for a play in mid lane. They're going to use a lot of crowd control onto Wing Nation, but he'll just go into stasis, almost an extra stasis there, with Hulk's ultimate. And now the poor Bard gets kind of left on his own. He tried to save Wing, but doesn't doesn't go very well for him. Lexus 1v1 with Focus and Improve, and actually that's a pretty even fight as it turns out. Lexus is very low and gets finished off by the Buster shot of the Tristana. Boar on the top side of the fight though is unstoppable as he takes down Waru, trying to rocket jump back out. Sigi is popping off in this fight. Actually just quietly gets in, does a little bit of damage, jumps back out. Focus and Improve getting kited though. That's a little bit sad for this set. It's 2 versus 2 on the map right, well, right in the immediate area. Pierce Blade very low. Vivon can't quite fight them. Winged looking for it, but Sarange is in. A couple of autos, and that'll be not quite an ace, but almost an ace as Hulk is respawned back in the base. So, um, yeah, I don't know. Break that one down for me. What the fuck did I just
I
watch?
If there's a way for them to get back into the game, that's it. Just an absolute clusterfuck of a fight there as everyone is uh, fighting like 6 different fights. It was all so spread out, but the unicorns able to focus damage just enough, and then with Suringhai coming in to collapse from the bottom side, able to pick up a couple of kills. It's 4 for 2. The gold lead closed up a little bit, and most importantly, it's the Baron that gets stalled out. As RotM really wasn't able to accomplish that much with it. That said, 20 seconds on this Infernal Soul means that we're gonna see another fight. We're gonna see the run back here in just a minute.
I liked Waru just using the Stride Breaker in to take those 3 caster minions from his
Well,
ADC.
his
You
useless
love to see
ass
it.
team won't get pry out.
Yeah, for sure. Focus and Improve, spotted out by that blue trinket. Takes about half of his health from 2 Qs from Boar. That's reasonable. Um, Hulk takes a little bit more than that from Siki, and so both ADCs showing that they both, in fact, do damage this game. What a useless roll. Paranoia popped, and they're going to land the hook. That's a huge ultimate from Focus and Improve. Can they chain that in?
Oh,
Shockwave doesn't quite finish anybody off. Boar is still alive on the backside of the fight, and it just wasn't quite enough to finish off the health bars. Pierce Blade is down. The Life Form Disintegration Ray doesn't quite finish off Sigi, but he's the last one alive, and Boar will finish that one off. The ace for Return of the Middle Sticks. That fight should have been. It could have been a win for Unicorns, but the health bar is just too strong from ROTM.
yeah, it feels like if they had even just a little bit more gold, that was the engagement they wanted. They wanted the Nocturne ult, the Set ult, and the Orianna ult all comboed together. And RotM's just able to limp away, kite out at 1 HP, and just end up picking up all the kills. They're pushing in here. Maybe can get the inhibitor. 3 seconds on Nocturne. Doesn't have the ult available. Set's going to be up as well. Looks like RotM's just going to be happy with picking up the inhibitor, or the turret there. Both a couple of side lane turrets as well, and pretty significant gold influx there as well as the Infernal Soul, and that's actually the surrender coming through. Oh,
Yeah.
you hate to see it.
I don't know about that surrender. How big was the locket shield plus like just a little bit like the fact that nobody is sitting on I I don't know how to say it correctly. Everybody has defensive stats, right? You have a glacial buckler. Excuse me?
Yeah.
When did that happen? You have a glacial buckler on Boar plus Zanya's the defensive items on Lexus. Vivon just is a tank. Like that little bit of resistances plus the shield from Hulk plus the Guardian shield meant that everybody lived through that cluster of a fight that they probably should have lost on a wombo combo.
Yeah, it was pretty massive there. There was the
No,
potential for the
I'm
unicorns,
not
but
questioning why the glacial buckler is there. I'm questioning why it's called glacial buckler. When did that happen?
instead of a glacial shroud.
Yeah, that's not it's not a shroud anymore. It's now a buckler. I know he's building Frozen Heart like that. Yeah.
Well, it's because Shroud, he copyrighted the name Shroud,
Oh,
so
did he?
right had to
Okay.
change it. Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, the game's still winnable. They have 2 really good scaling carries. I don't know. It seems like they were a bit tilted though, and so that's a
I think they were mental boomed after being ahead like 3K and then just fucking punting the game.
yeah. I mean that's fair. It's a 2-0 for Return to the Middle Sticks. They improved to 5-0 on the year, and now alone in first place after the rest of the teams cannibalized each other. Um, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's their first test, right? They played against a bunch of bad teams. Now they're playing against the pretty good team, 3-1, and come out on top. That's pretty good. You like
Yeah,
to see it.
yeah. So best of luck to them. There's more games this week. Wednesday is LAS. Thursday is LRS, like normal. I haven't looked up who anybody's playing or anything, so good luck with that. Um, and yeah, first week of fantasy. If you signed up for fantasy, maybe take a look at that. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Anything you want to add on?
Oh, I think you nailed it.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. Again, shorter cast this week. We didn't have a bunch of add-ons. Next week, I think we might wind up with 3 games though, so that might be a bit long, but we'll see. Uh,
Well,
so
no,
yeah,
through it.
thanks. Thanks again for joining us. Special shout out. Thanks Lane for the 5 subs. Thanks Oath for the donation. Really appreciate that. And um, thanks B Pots for resubscribing as well. Uh, the support really means the world to me, honestly. And like the donation's super awesome because that just goes like that's just $5, whereas the subs are 250, which is still cool. But like, yeah. Anyway, who are we gonna watch? Legends is probably streaming. That seems like the logical place. Um,
That seems reasonable.
yeah, let's go watch Legends. It's oh, actually, I think Piclay's on stream right now.
Hog?
He's or is he still on Crusaders? I don't know. I've lost track. He at least used to be on Crusaders, and I see that they're playing. He's not on stream. Well, whatever. Go support Legends anyway. He quit Crusaders. I might need that story later, but I just hit the raid button and now I can't see it. So, um, interesting. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.